Hi, my name is Tony Law from Lawson Homes and welcome to the last in this series on how to build a profitable HMO. And in today's video, I get the satisfaction of being able to walk you around this property now that it's completely finished. So, just like we did back in video number 1, let's start at the front door and let me initially walk you around upstairs. So here we are at the front of the property. I've got my back to the front door and you can see the fire panel that we've had to install here. It's a typical 2-zone system. One zone covers the ground floor and the other one covers the first floor. But looking back, if you can recall in our first video, we literally gutted this place back to exposed joists, exposed brickwork everywhere. And what I'd like to do is just to briefly show you around one of the bedrooms. This is bedroom number 5, located at the front of the house. And it's typical of all of the rooms. We've used the same colour scheme throughout. So it's a colour called pointing on the walls and also on the ceiling. Just used a neutral colour carpet. And every room's got this feature wall. The en-suites are not big. They're 2 metres by 0.9 of a metre, but they work well. And dropping back down onto the ground floor, I'll just walk you through to the back here. You can see this dark wood flooring runs throughout. But again, a huge transformation from where we were a few months ago. As we turn left into the kitchen, you can see I've used a white high gloss door everywhere with again the darker flooring and the darker worktops sort of working well together. It's actually a very big kitchen, that. And it sort of flows into the social lounge area. I'm not sure, I think I'm still going to put a rug down there. I'd appreciate your opinion on that actually. Got the feature wall on our right. And I'll just briefly show you outside. We've paved the entire garden space. I kept that raised bank at the back to save me having to move about 20 tonne of dirt. And the white wall space there is where we're going to be hanging the TV. So I hope you'll agree. I think the finished result came out really quite well, but I'm going to have to be honest here and say I had a whole bunch of challenges throughout this project. And as always, I want you to gain from watching these videos. So I'm going to share a few of those with you. Let me do it like this. Let me tell you 5 things that I would do differently next time and 5 things that I like best about this project. So what would I do differently next time? Don't be tempted to stick down the vinyl. It will show every tiny, teeny little imperfection in the floor that's below it. Before I buy anything next time, I'm going to put together a colour palette which will hopefully make my life a hell of a lot easier when it comes to choosing wall colours, fabrics, flooring, everything basically. I actually don't think I did too bad a job on the planning front on this particular project, but there's always room for improvement. Next time I'm going to make sure that at any point in the project I know exactly what's happening at least 6 weeks in advance. I will definitely be looking into getting furniture delivered, ready-made and put into all the rooms next time. I kind of feel that IKEA is now my second home, and that was far more work than I imagined it would be. And finally, I'm going to spend less time on site. I'm going to have to be honest and say I really enjoy coming to site and getting kind of my hands dirty, but that's not what I should be doing. So that is a set in stone rule for me next time. I love the master key system. I love the fact that this one key opens the front door to every property that I own, and it also opens all of the internal doors in every property I own. Once again, using an independent building inspector made our life so much easier here. These guys, they come along, yes, they're there to kind of make sure you're doing the right thing, but they work with you on the project. So if you have a challenge or a problem, they're there to help you find a solution to that problem. An independent building inspector, I think, is somebody that everybody should have on their power team. I wasn't too sure about this next one at first, but it is definitely one of my like bests now, and that is the way that we ran individual electrical circuits to each bedroom. The huge advantage of that is that it kept our costs down in terms of putting the electrics in the first place, but also if a tenant has a problem and they blow a fuse, it only affects their room. So that's a big like best for me. One of my biggest like bests is the way that the kitchen turned out. I think that's worked really, really well. The fact is you've got two completely separate cooking zones. So that's two sinks, two ovens, two hobs, two hoods, combined with loads and loads of storage. So that, I think, is a really big success for this particular project. But I have to say, probably the biggest like best for me this time was my site foreman, Scott. He made my life so much easier in every way. I tend to micromanage stuff, and I know that does his head in, and certainly I'll be giving him more control next time, but he made this project run like clockwork. Well, we're pretty much at the end of this particular journey, and I genuinely hope that you've enjoyed watching all of the videos in this series. Perhaps most important of all, I hope that you've gained something from doing so. As always, if I can be of any help to you, you're welcome to give me a call on this number, or you can always email me here. If I can help you, I will always do so. Couple of final things. First of all, please subscribe to my video list. I'll put a link in the box below here. If you subscribe, I've got loads of ideas for small little nuggets of videos, tips, tricks, apps that I'm using, little tools that I've found that I can start sending you from time to time. And the very last thing I'd like to say is that if you would like to find out a little bit more about how I joint venture with other people, I'd be delighted to speak to you. Maybe you'd like to get directly involved in a project, or maybe you're simply looking for a dramatically better return on your money. Please get in touch. I'd be delighted to talk to you. My name is Tony Law from Lawson Homes, and if you're subscribed, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.